Georgia has been developing at an astonishingly quick rate over the past 2 decades, from a country which had a shrinking economy to a country with an average growth rate of 6%, even including the Great Recession and the 2008 war. Initially, much of that growth was based on building basic infrastructure, such as roads, electrical transmission lines, gas lines, and renovating schools and hospitals. It seems that now, Georgia is trying to make the transition from a developing country to a developed country. How does the Georgian government intend on doing this? And how likely are these plans to work? The government of Georgia has been using 3 main development plans to develop and modernize the Georgian economy. The primary document is called the Social Economic Development Strategy of Georgia, Georgia 2020. This plan was adopted in 2014 and is based on 3 main principles. 1. To grow the real or production sector of the economy. 2. To implement policies that facilitate inclusive growth. 3. To use natural resources in a sustainable manner. To fulfill this, the Georgian government adopted the 4-point plan in 2016. This plan has, 4 key points. 1. Democratic development. 2. Economic development. 3. Social development. And 4. Spatial planning, safety, and defense. These 2 development plans set out goals to develop the Georgian economy by not only increasing its manufacturing and agricultural output, but also by increasing its exports and turning the country into a regional logistics hub by building modern transit and energy, namely hydroelectric, infrastructure. By growing the production and logistics sectors of the economy, the Georgian government is hoping this will decrease unemployment and inequality, along with increased wages and the standard of living. The third primary document used to develop the Georgian economy is called the Rural Development Strategy of Georgia, 2017 through 2020, and aims to develop Georgia's rural regions. These 3 documents are good in theory, but flawed in practice. More than anything, they are a set of goals without a concrete plan to achieve them. Of course, developing infrastructure such as roads, hospitals, schools, and water lines are crucial to growth and can oftentimes jumpstart entire sectors of the economy, such as the construction, metallurgy, and transportation industries, but that simply isn't sufficient to grow an entire economy. Georgia's unemployment rate remains above 11% and actually increases with education. In short, these 3 plans assume that they can develop the Georgian economy into a high-tech logistics hub without necessarily looking at what the Georgian labor market and existing economic structure actually looks like. For example, between 2017 and 2018, approximately 31% of all employed individuals in Georgia worked in agriculture, forestry, and fishing, with those working in wholesale trade and automobile repair consisting of 10% of the Georgian workforce. During that same time span, only 12% of the Georgian workforce consisted of professionals. Put simply, the Georgian economy is still too primitive to operate under a Luxembourg or Switzerland-style economic system. Furthermore, Georgia's economic growth has been far from inclusive, with Tbilisi receiving 74.5% of Georgia's foreign direct investment between 2009 and 2019. Tbilisi, Batumi, and Rustavi are the only cities in Georgia which have seen their population increase, and Tbilisi represents nearly 52% of Georgia's GDP, while the regions of Racha-Lechkhumi, Mtskheti-Mtianati, Guria, Samskhe-Javakheti, Shida-Kartli, Kakheti, and Samagrelo combined, which represent a total of 34% of Georgia's population, only has 22% of Georgia's GDP. This is largely because the Georgian government, both under Saakashvili and under the current administration, followed the saying, "If you build it, they will come." Only, in this case, Georgia is building a country with the business-friendly laws and infrastructure. The problem, obviously, is that they, private sector businesses, haven't came. There is, however, one additional plan that has seen a degree of success. Georgia's Law on the Development of High Mountainous Regions aims at developing settlements which are at an altitude of 1,500 meters above sea level. This piece of legislation gives individuals who live in these towns a pension increase of 20%, while doctors, nurses, and teachers in these locations will also receive a significant bonus. Businesses located in high mountainous villages are exempt from tax, and a fund was created by the Ministry of Regional Development and Infrastructure to invest in infrastructure projects in these places. Georgia's plans to advance the economy through 2020 have largely seen lackluster results because of their overdependence on the private sector to facilitate economic growth. Developing the Georgian economy to the status of a developed country is an arduous task. Over the past 2 decades, great progress has already been made. The existing plans fall short of meeting the needs of the country. However, by combining their philosophy with concrete objectives and actions, Georgia can continue on its path to prosperity. For more information about Georgia, visit our website www.visiting-georgia.com. Thanks for watching.